So the editor has had a little bit of a refresh, and I hope you like the changes. A couple of, well, one particularly I really like, but then a slightly bigger change which I'll show you in a second. I just want to remind you of one thing that you can do that not everybody realises. When you click on a text element and you want to change the colour of it, my mouse will work. When you click on the text here, and you can choose one obviously, but did you know you can hover your mouse over an image and pick a colour from the image itself? So if you're trying to get a coordinated set of colours on your page, you don't have to guess or get the hex code and go all techie. You can just hover over an image and go boom. Anyway, that's an aside. Right, the first thing which I love myself is that when you hover over an image to add an element, you're used to clicking on the plus at the bottom. This is the big one I love. If you move your mouse to the top, you then get the plus at the top of the element, and this works on all elements, and so on. Now what this means is when you insert what you're about to insert, you can put it above or below straight away. You haven't got to insert below and then copy and paste it and all that kind of nonsense. Straight away you can just put it straight in its place, which I love. And it's the same with containers and elements, and I'll show you both in a second, because that leads me on to the bigger change. When you click on plus, and let's say I want to put a subheading underneath here, click on the plus. Instead of it popping up in the center of the screen, down the side now you get a long list of all the elements, and they're grouped into similar things. So at the top we've got text, then we've got visual and audio, and call to actions, forms and so on. Further down we've got the containers, and then more advanced stuff and courses and memberships. The reason I've changed it primarily was because I've added a new page element, which is audio, which allows you to insert an audio file, which you can just upload in the normal way through the Media Manager, and it will play an MP3 file for audio. So if you're scared of doing videos but you want to put in some audio onto your page, or maybe on courses or whatever it might be, you can now add an audio element, and I'll loop back to that at the end just to show you how to configure that. But let's go ahead and put in my subheading, and then it appears down below. And just to demonstrate, if I wanted to put something above, let's say, let's go big, I want to put in a container at the top of the page, a 2-column container at the top of the page. Now to do that before was, yeah, you could do it, but now it's incredibly easy. Make sure my plus is at the top of an element, click on the plus, scroll down, choose 2 columns, and boom. We now have our container at the top of the page. So nice. It works with elements. Let's say I wanted to put in an element, an image above here. Instead of putting it plus at the bottom, I put plus at the top, choose image, and boom, goes in above. Loving that. Other than that, all works in exactly the same way. So you know, you can click and so on and so forth. You can close this, close, or press escape, and it disappears. Wonderful. Now let's go ahead and put in that audio. So click audio, and now up pops the audio element. Let's just move that down because I like a bit of white space. And by default, click on play, and
this is a tfresh.site.
Me telling you how to configure it. To put your own audio file, click on there. You can put in a full URL if your MP3 file is hosted somewhere else. Maybe it's on a podcast server or something like that. Or you can upload an MP3 file straight into your Media Manager. They appear under Documents, and if you do so, they appear with this audio image here. Click on that, it reloads. Simple as that. So tfresh.site will host audio files, no problem at all. You don't have to put them on other servers or anything like that. But that's that. I hope you like it. I particularly love this bit here. So here, you know, I want to put some text in above here, not down here, up here. Click, boom. Oh, can I do that right? Click, boom. There we go. Give it the one at the bottom. Very nice, very easy. Plus at the top or the bottom. Loving that. And that's it. And the bit here down the side, I've added the audio. It does mean it gives us much more space in terms of organisation. Hopefully you'll find these things quicker. They're all there, all the things you had before. Paste is at the top if you're using copy and paste. The columns here. If you don't know this, on the page up here, this will add 1, 2 or 3 columns contained at the bottom of your page. If, however, I want to put in a 3-column container between this one and this one, I can then just click on any of these with the plus at the bottom, choose my 3-column container, and it pops it in there for me. That's it. So yeah, let me know. It's quite a significant change, so any bugs or anything, pop in the Funnel Hackers Pro Facebook group, any comments, same place, and let me know.